What's up, boys? Tricks Ridiculous back with another video, and we got some new information from PlayStation Magazine that stated that Spider-Man is arriving in January to Marvel's Avengers. So, short answer, no way, but long answer is in this video. I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts and reasons why I don't believe that that will be the case, and how the launch is going to have to go along with some of my other thoughts on the topic. So stick around. If you like the videos, be sure to drop me a like and subscribe for more content, because I got some sweet new builds and videos on the way. Okay, straight up, is Spider-Man coming in January? Well, I hope he is, but I'm seriously doubtful. And why is that? Well, we already got some information prior to launch that Spider-Man was coming to the game in March. Admittedly, it wasn't the most reliable news source, but now we have PlayStation Magazine, which is pretty reliable, saying January. However, I have no doubt that this article and publication, even though it was recently released, was probably written a little while back, and they may not really be getting the full story as to kind of the disaster that's happening right now at Crystal Dynamics Studios. We already know that Kate Bishop is being pushed to at least November, possibly even December after the Scott Amos comments, with Hawkeye following her chronologically. And then we also know that they stated they teased a new region, narrative arc, and character arc happening in 2021, being kind of their biggest installment yet. Now, we already know this is going to be Black Panther, but the point here is they're already saying that that's going to happen in 2021. So that means at least January for Black Panther, at least. So they can barely at this point release their very first DLC character on time. So even loosely following that release schedule, and with how incredibly backed up and under pressure they are, I don't really see Spider-Man getting done and released after 3 other characters in such a short window from right now. Now, for some positives, I think there is a possibility that he does get released in January. So how would that be? Well, I think it's possible there may be a contract that we don't know about with Sony for an agreed upon release time for Spider-Man, which must be met by Crystal Dynamics. So this would force Crystal Dynamics to devote some extra resources to him to meet that deadline. That's entirely possible. The other thing that people should consider is, because Spider-Man is exclusive to PlayStation, we already know that his story and his involvement in the game cannot affect the main story in the same way that, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, and Black Panthers will, because it would be disjointed on other platforms. So therefore, I think it's entirely possible that Spider-Man's actually operating outside of the normal release schedule, and therefore kind of supplementary to whatever other characters get released. I really do think and hope that it does have to happen this way, just because I can already see, how bad it would be if, we're getting these large chunks of time between characters, and then when one finally comes out, it's Spider-Man, and then the other, Xbox and PC just have to wait basically 2 large chunks of time before they get a character. That won't go over well, especially with the current state of the game and the dwindling players. So I hope and I think that he will just kind of come out like on his own schedule and not part of the kind of the story and how they plan on releasing things one at a time. But overall, though, my thoughts still lie that if you're pushing back the very first character of your game that you're trying to release, and for whatever reason, they say that they're doing it because they want to polish the game. Some people say, that's a good thing. I don't agree, because I feel like bug fixes and polishing, that's stuff that you have to do continuously. They're going to be doing bug fixes 2 years from now. So I don't agree that that's something that should hold up a major content release. But if you're pushing back your very first character, they are clearly in a world of shit over there at the studio. So at this point, just based on what they're giving us, from an information perspective, and just from the actual content that's being given to us, which is none, I have very low expectations for a January release, but I do hope to be proven wrong. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. And again, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.